Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be telling you why hasn't the person you're thinking of contacted you and what should you do about the situation. So this is group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5. If you want to do it by numbers, but if you want to do it by crystal, this is the rose quartz crystal for group number 1. This is the clear quartz crystal for group number 2. This is orange calcite for group number 3. This is opalite for group number 4, and this is turquoise for group number 5. Alrighty, let's get started. Group number 1, rose quartz. Let's see, why hasn't this person contacted you? First, let's take out these cards. So I think I said in the last video which deck I'm using. I only have these decks, so this is what I'm going to be using for the rest of eternity, I guess. Okay, so why hasn't this person contacted you yet? I feel as if you guys had an argument, and that's why you're asking about this, because you think they should have contacted me by now because you guys had an argument. Normally it fixes itself really quickly, but they feel like, oh, well, it's going to help our relationship. It's going to help her understand that she can't frick with me anymore if I don't talk to her. If I put myself in the driver's seat, if I make it business, if I make me the big boss man. But I feel like they think like they're taking a non-emotional approach, but what they're really doing is letting their emotions get in the way. They're letting their ego get in the way. They wouldn't normally do this, but they're doing it now because they feel like it's going to help your relationship if you know who's boss. Even subconsciously, they might think that. Yeah, again, over here. Be yourself as God made you naturally. So this is basically saying like they are not being themselves right now. What's the reason for that, actually? I'm going to ask about that. What is the reason that this person is not being themselves right now? What is the reason that this person is not being themselves right now? Why is this person not being themselves? Oop. Okay. So why is this person not being themselves right now? Why is this person not being themselves? Ooh. Okay. Looks to me like they've been hurt in the past and they're afraid of getting hurt again. So they are just sort of testing the waters. They are like, I don't want this to become a cycle, that this will happen again. So I'm going to make the decision to, I never noticed that moon in the back. I'm going to make the decision to put myself in the driver's seat, put myself in the boss position, keep the relationship the way I want it. It's not normally something they would do. They're quite a sensitive person. They've got a lot of cups here. So it really is just a matter of time before they contact you with this card. I feel like they will contact you again because their ego can't resist contacting you. So they will contact you soon, but you might want to talk to them about the fact that like you don't care about like them wanting to be the big boss man, like this should be equal, you know? I feel like if you talk to them about it, you'll talk them down and everything will be fine, so you don't have to worry about it. Also, not that it really matters, but they might be Scorpio, I'm just getting that vibe, or an air sign, so what is it, Libra, Gemini, or Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, but they're not Aquarius. They might be, I think there would be Scorpio or Sagittarius or Gemini is what I'm getting, but doesn't necessarily mean that they are. Okay, so now we're going to see what you should be doing in this situation. So let's have a look. What should you do in this situation? So I think it has the opportunity to be a new beginning. This person's just hurt and they're trying to take a non-emotional approach since they usually take the emotional approach. So I feel like when you're free, don't rush yourself to do this, but when you're free in a couple of days or weeks or whatever, whenever you're free, reach out to them, because I think it was only really a little bit of a misunderstanding. You might have had an argument or something. So if you just reach out to them, I think it'll work itself out, because this really is a new beginning for you guys. So I think worrying about the past is not okay. Like, you don't need to do that. They might be stuck up on the past. They might be stuck up on that they got hurt in the past, but it really doesn't need to be that way. And I think it is sort of a new beginning between you guys. So you should take this as a learning opportunity for both of you. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, all my viewers who picked rose quartz. Bye! Okay, hello everybody who picked the clear quartz pile. Let's see, why hasn't this person contacted you, and what should you do in this situation? So I'm going to leave those there. First of all, let's see, why hasn't this person contacted you? Why haven't they contacted you? Oh, interesting. Okay. So first of all, the reason that they haven't contacted you could be, first of all, that they're working. That they're just busy. They're busy working. They're busy trying to get money, trying to get that raise that they want, get that promotion that they want. So that could be one of the reasons why they haven't contacted you. But I feel like they're creating this busyness themselves. Like, they're making themselves more busy than they have to be. Or they're saying, like, I'm so busy that I can't contact them, even though that's not true. So, I feel like they're sort of a little bit intimidated by you. Not in a bad way, but they're just like, what would I even say to her? Like, how could I even go about talking to her? Because, she's so like, majestic. Not even majestic, but like, sort of regal. So, like, you might be a Leo, just sensing that. So they also could have been traveling. So they're probably working or traveling, but they're probably making themselves less available than they could be because they are scared of being hurt by you because you're so confident in yourself. Maybe you aren't, but that's the vibe that they get from you. So with this Four of Cups, I think they're scared of being rejected they're scared of offering you something and being rejected. So that's why they haven't contacted you, because they're scared of being rejected by you. And also just because they're busy. But I feel like that's not the most important reason. That's probably what they tell you, but I don't think that that's actually what it is. They're just like losing themselves in work so that they don't have to deal with the rest of their life. So again, here it says life lessons. You can break free from recurring negative patterns. So this is probably a pattern for them that they oftentimes will immerse themselves in their work because they don't want to deal with their private lives. So I feel like the real reason is because they are working on themselves, number one, or they're sort of intimidated by you, that you're so cool and like, what would I even say to her, sort of a thing. So that's why I feel like they're not contacting you. Could be either of those, but I think it's both. So let's go for the next one. Or let's ask what you should do in this situation. Doopity-doop. Or I should probably turn around this way because this is most important for you, right? It's not just me reading this, it's you guys too. So, what am I seeing here? I think you should hold off for a second on this person because they are they're not confident. They're not as confident as you think they are, or as confident as you would like them to be, because I feel like you would like a confident man or woman. So I think you should hold off on them for a minute and become friends with them first. Become friends with them, like, do all friend stuff, like meet for drinks, stuff like that. You don't have to immediately, like, plunge into a romantic relationship with them. I think that's going to create a good foundation first before you start, dating them officially. Because you're quite a powerful person. So this power could be channeled into this relationship immediately, but I feel like that's just going to scare the person because they're not very confident. They're not a very confident person. So I feel like you need to ease into it with that. And I think you'll know when the time is right, but it's not right now. You should contact them, but like not right now, but soon enough to be like, hey, do you want to just meet for drinks as friends? Just have some fun or whatever. Or say, hey, do you want to come have dinner with the rest of me and the gang next weekend or something like that, is what I'm seeing for you. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, all of my viewers who picked the clear quartz pile. Thank you. Bye. Okay, hello everybody who picked group number 3, the orange calcite. Let's start with your reading of why they haven't contacted me, or why they haven't contacted me and what I should do about the situation. So let's have a look. Why hasn't this person contacted you? This is a lot of cards. The other one piles didn't have as many cards. I shuffled these yesterday, so I don't actually remember exactly what's in here, but alas, here we are. So I feel like this person isn't contacting you because they're putting this restriction on themselves because they're scared of getting honest with you. I think they're scared of being honest with you because, I actually don't know why. Let me ask my deck. Where is it? So why is this person scared of being honest? Why is this person scared of being honest? Okay, I feel like this person is scared of being honest because it's going to affect their ego. That they're like, if they're honest with you, that you will probably move on almost. That you'll reject them. But they're not even scared of rejection. They're just like, what's the point of being honest with them? Because they're not gonna like me no matter what, basically. That's what I'm seeing. So, you got a lot of cards here. So this is, I feel like they're trying to make it seem like they're all regal, high and mighty, all that stuff. That they're sort of like they don't care, but they really do. And it is weighing on their mind, your situation with them. It is weighing on their mind. And they can be a pretty defensive person, I think. They can be sort of like, I don't want to talk about it, whatever. So that's probably why they don't want to contact you. Because they feel like, why should I have to talk to them? They did this to me or blah, blah, blah. But with the Devil card as well, they're definitely tied to you in some sort of way. So it could be that, like, I feel like you know each other quite well. That, like, they did something wrong, and they know they did something wrong. But they don't want to, like, they're like, I don't want to admit that I'm wrong. Their ego says, I don't want to admit that I'm wrong. Even though they know that they're wrong. They know what they're doing is wrong. They're well aware. So let's have a look at these cards as well. Sensitive emotions, revealing your true self, forgiveness heals, and ready to love again. Yeah, I feel like this person has been hurt. Hurt by you, hurt by parents maybe. They might have problems with their parents. So they're still learning to forgive others and learning to forgive themselves. So it's almost like too hard for them to contact you and be honest with you about it, about their problems. Because they have a lot of problems with, like, loving and trusting people. They don't want to reveal themselves to you because they feel like, I'm so unlovable. Even if it's subconscious. I feel like consciously they're quite a confident person, that they, like, put themselves forward as a confident person, but they're not that confident at all. So again, they're really treading on eggshells. Like, they have had a tough past, I think. So it's like they just don't want to deal with it because they have so much to deal with. They're sort of, escapism comes to mind, that it's like they almost don't want to have to deal with it, and you're making them face their fears almost, face their demons, face their inner demons. So that's why I'm seeing for why they aren't contacting you. Now, let's see what you should do about the situation. So what should you do about the situation? Well, this is important for you, so I'm going to turn it around. So what you should do about the situation. It's quite interesting. Okay. So, I think this person is almost like family to you. That you think, like, I am not going to be able to let them go. But I feel like if you love them, you have to let them go. Let them be free. And if they come back, they're yours. And if they don't, then they were never yours to begin with. But I feel like they are. They do appreciate you. They just not realizing how much of a dink they're being. Sorry about it. So it's like, they are not realizing that they have problems that they have to deal with first. But I feel like they will. They will realize. So you just have to wait, I think. Because they're going to come back to you. They're almost like your family. Or not even family, because that might be weird for some of you if it's like a romance thing. But they see you as someone they can trust. They see you as someone that they're connected to. So it's like they're not going anywhere. But they might need some time apart to, like, work on their own emotions. So what you should be doing is, I think, just working on yourself, working on your own intuition, working on clearing negativity out of your life, clearing negativity out of your mind, I think. Because this person might put a lot of negative thoughts into your head, and I think that's just not good for you, not good for either of you. If you're thinking negatively, they're thinking negatively. If they're thinking negatively, and both of you are thinking negatively, then it just doesn't work. It just does not work. Nuh-uh, sister. Fuck. That was bad. I'm sorry. So, let's have a look here. So you got the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. So that tells a story in itself. I think, basically just like, you don't need to talk to them right now. You have to work on yourself, because I know that both of you have had a tough time in the past. You both have demons that you have to deal with, you know? that probably they think that like they had it so much worse than you. But I don't think they did. They don't understand that like they don't understand that you have had a similar past to them. And I think if you talked about it, it would be better. But right now, this person is just too sensitive, too in their head, too in their feelings to talk to you about it. Yeah, this is again, it's like, maybe you should just put a little bit of restriction on yourself. Not even restriction, just like, it's going to cause you a lot of stress to be thinking about this person all the time. So I feel like you should just say, okay, I'll leave you, you do you for a while, I'll do me for a while, I'll just work on myself, work on what I'm doing, and then we'll come back later. Look, like these two people, they're both tied to the middle. You got that card earlier, in the other thing over here. You got that card earlier, the devil card. You can see that they're both bound to the middle. So you're both bound to each other. We know that. You also got the family card. So you're both bound to each other. So it's like, it'd be good for you guys to take a break, because then that's going to like help you move forward in a positive way. It's going to help you both learn something. Help you both continue. So I think taking a break from this connection will be a good thing for a while, because you're both bound to each other. So there's going to be no separation for a long time. It's just taking a break is the best thing, because they have stuff they need to work on, and you have stuff that you haven't been working on because you've been busy working on your connection with this person. So I think you should leave it for a little bit and then see how it continues in the future, because I feel like they will realize how much of a ding-dong they might be being. So thank you so much for all of my viewers who picked orange calcite, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Okay, hello to everybody who picked opalite, group number 4. You can't really see it that well, but there it is. It's a really beautiful stone. You can't see it too good. But it like lights up with different rainbow colors. I think that's really cool. Anyway, let's continue with your reading. Why hasn't this person contacted me? And what should I do about this situation? So, why hasn't this person contacted you? Why haven't they contacted you? Let's have a look. Okay, this person hasn't contacted you because they feel as if you hurt them quite badly. This might be an ex, this might be someone you had a big fight with, that they feel like, well, why should I have to put up with that? Like, why should I have to put up with the fighting? Why should I do that? This is what you deserve. This is what you deserve to get, because you were so mean to me. That, like, you deserve for me to not talk to you anymore. And I'm going to start my life again, because that's what I want to do. Like, I'm going to follow what I want to do, is what they're thinking. Because they just don't want to, they're like, oh, it's too much drama. I don't want to have to deal with that. Because it's like, you probably hurt them. And even if you don't think you did, you did. And they're like, I have so many more options, and I don't need this. I don't need this right now. So again, this looks like they're cutting themselves off from you. They're cutting you off, man. Like, they are just leaving that behind because they don't want to deal with that anymore. They're like, I used to be like this, but I want to move on. I want to start my life again. They're like, you deserve what you get. Like, what goes around comes around. So that you sort of put this energy out of, like, you don't want to talk to them, or you argued with them, put them down, and they just really, really feel bad about it. So this is why they're doing it. They're like, I don't want to feel that anymore. I don't want to feel like shit anymore. I don't want to feel like I'm always burdened by this person. They don't want to feel burdened by you anymore. They want to, like, purification and detoxification. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. So they feel like you're an energetic toxin that's, like, taking away their energy, making them feel bad, like you're telling them bad things about themselves. Even though this might just be that, like, they're making this up in their own head, but it's still, they still feel it. They still feel like you're hurting them. So let's see what you should do about the situation. Okay, so let's have a look here. What should you do about the situation? I think you should let them be, because you're an intelligent person. You have a lot to give in the world, but you can't give it to this person because either they don't respect what you're giving them, or they don't appreciate what you're giving them, or what you give them is not what they want. So it just does not work for them to be dating you or having a relationship with you. I think that, like, you might feel like, oh, well, I don't want to talk to them because I want to become, they might feel like the only reason that you want to be friends with them again or want to do that is because you guys have mutual friends, that you'll be embarrassed if you can't communicate with your friends anymore. You'd be embarrassed that this person is not letting you communicate with your friends because they're taking his or her side. So what I really think you should be doing is finding what you want to do, because this is just holding you back as well. If you're tied to this person, that you hurt, then that's just holding you back as well. You should be finding what you want to do, finding your passion, finding someone who makes you passionate. Because I think if you acted that way, or if they feel like you acted that way, it was for a reason. It was because you weren't feeling good in this connection. And you're still drawn to them, but you shouldn't be. Like, you should move on from this. Start something new. Because this person just wasn't making you feel passionate. Or even if they were, it wasn't in a good way. It was making you feel angry. And you thought that's what love is, but it's not. So I think you should be generous to this person and let them go. Even though you do have mutual friends, I think you should tell your friends your side of the story. Talk to this person about the way you hurt them and apologize and learn from that. And then in your next relationship, work on that. Continue to work on that. So thank you so much for watching, everybody who picked opalite, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Hello, welcome my viewers who picked turquoise, group number 5. Let's see why this person hasn't contacted you yet and what you should do about the situation. So let's have a look. This is quite an interesting one. I'm happy about it. Makes me happy. So, first of all, why hasn't this person contacted you? I think that this person hasn't contacted you because they're just a slow-moving person. Like, they're gonna contact you soon. They might have even already contacted you, but you're too busy watching YouTube videos about it. This person definitely sees a good beginning with you. They definitely want to offer you something, but since this is Pentacles, it's a little bit slower. So that's all it is. They're just slow movers. I'm sorry to say it, but they're just slow movers. That's all. There's no reason. They have nothing against you. They're just moving slowly. I think that's just because they're a slow moving person. They have a lot of worries. They like to think about things before they do them. And that's all. That's the reason why they're not contacting you, because they're not the type of person that just takes a leap. They're not the type of person that just jumps into something new. They always want to, take it slow, take it sweet at first, slowly bring it up towards a big romantic relationship. Of course they see a new beginning with you, but they want to take it slow because maybe they just broke up with someone. Not just, because they are quite a slow person. So it's probably they broke up with someone a year ago or something, and they're still oh, well, I haven't been in a relationship before since then, so I'm going to move slowly, and I'm going to keep everything nice and slow. They're just a slow-moving person, that's all. But they do see a new beginning with you, which makes me very happy. I think they do want to sort of romance you. They do want to give you flowers. They do want to sort of hold your hand, give you kisses on the cheek, that sort of thing. So, or if it's your family member or something like that, disregard that part. But, I think that they see potential in you. They're just a slow-moving person, that's all. They sort of see that they have to leave something behind in order to, even if it's just mental. I think they don't actually have to break up with their girlfriend or something in order to start dating you, but they have to leave something behind mentally, that they have to leave behind a connection that they had before. Not even... it's just a mental thing with them. I feel like they will contact you soon, but it just takes them a while because they are slow people. Not slow as in stupid, but they're slow as in slow moving. They just worry about things unnecessarily. So let's see what you should do in this situation. This is so nice. Okay. So what should you do in this situation? I think that you should just wait. You should just work on your physical appearance. I think that will just work on your own confidence, work on your physical appearance, work on feeling good about yourself. Because that's the best way to, I think, just continue on your path in the meantime while you're waiting for this person to come around, because they're quite slow moving. So yeah, see, self-confidence, the Empress card, the Ace of Swords, King of Wands. King of Wands is a big confidence card. So you really just need to work on your confidence, and I think that this person will come to you. No biggie. I think they continue on your own spiritual path, continue working on yourself, working through any problems you have, and this will start for you. They'll come when they're ready. They'll come when their emotions are ready, and I think this is a connection worth waiting for. But they'll come when they're ready to, and it's gonna be a beautiful romance. It's gonna be beautiful. This is the Lovers. Sorry, it's in French, so you wouldn't understand, but it's the Lovers card. So just work on yourself, work on your appearance, work on feeling good about yourself, because that's the best way that you're going to be a whole person and another whole person coming together, instead of two halves coming together almost. So once you become a whole person, this person will come into your life and everything will be smooth. So I'm very happy for you, and I wish you the best of luck in your connection. So thank you so much for watching if you picked the turquoise group, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!